And we're back for another episode of UCLA Dynasty. Welcome back, everybody. We're now in the top 25 rankings, even after getting our asses handed to us by Ohio State. And now, we're going to be playing Nevada in the LA Bowl, which I'm very excited for. Alright. Just trying to think of a uniform. Maybe we'll just go with the current homes. We have not played Nevada yet in this series, so this should be a fun one. And we're a whole lot better than them, so we should easily win this game. But let's see how it goes. As we get right into this game, playing in Los Angeles' SoFi Stadium right now, should be very fun. And I love giving you guys, I feel like this game goes so deep into that presentation factor, so I love just kind of letting the game do some presentation before we actually get into things. And that's why I've done that a couple of times, just letting the presentation happen, no audio, no camera, no nothing. So, hope you guys enjoy that. As we get into the first play. Nevada, however, a very scrappy team. A lot of scrappy players play for the Nevada Wolfpack, so I would not count them out easily. But definitely trying to take home this dub. Just played Ohio State, so I feel like that level of competition's a bit higher. And we're out here and more ready to play a team like Nevada. And hopefully not fall into a trap game. Unless we get a stop on the first drive. Take it. And guys, this game is actually kind of making me sad, because this is the last time we're going to see a lot of these players playing. Chase Garber is likely to declare after this. Logan Loya is a senior. Maliki Matavao is a senior. I did not mean to throw that. It's just kind of throwing it wherever. So yeah, we're not going to really see these guys anymore. It's the last game that they're going to play. And then we're kind of transitioning into a new era for UCLA football. One where I'm more taking the reins. I thought he was going to go a little further on that play. But yeah, so hopefully we can finish UCLA Dynasty Year 1 with a win for these senior players. And out on our first drive as well. Once it's back to Nevada. Not the best start for either sides. Alright, nice gain of 9 for Nevada. And boom, closing in on the quarterback. Thought we'd get a sack there. Jalen Davies. I'm watching out for the running back today. There we go. Taken down. Jay Toya. And the college football bracket is coming up as well. That'll be fun to watch. Clemson gets the bye. Boise State and Florida are playing. It's Graham Mertz versus... I forget what Boise State's quarterback's name is, but... There's a couple of really good matchups, like... Ooh. Alright, there we go. Follow the blockers. There was, I know Miami is in it, which is very fun to see, as they didn't actually play in real life. Utah's in it. Ohio State, of course, in it. They are without a single loss all season long. TJ Harden, his biggest run of the game so far. 19 yards in his first run of the game, actually. Wow. Whew. Big game. And obviously, at this point, we won't make it to the college football playoffs. That's totally fine. It's our first year. I still feel like we should be proud that we made it into the top 25 rankings, in addition to now being able to play a bowl game. There's TJ Harden, 3rd and 7. Might go for a little RPO here. There you go. And linebacker, DB, I don't know who that was. He totally bit on that play. We got to start putting up some points. That one's a Maliki. Got to get him going, and what's likely going to be his last game of the season. Last game of his career as a Bruin. Get to the outside, CJ Harden. I know I could have cut upfield a little bit more there, but that's alright. 2nd and 7. I'm thinking about Logan Loya here. And he gets it in his final game as a UCLA Bruin. Logan Loya scores. He's been our touchdown beast all season long. And he gets one in a bowl game right here. Love to see it. And the final game of the season. There we go. And we get our first touchdown in the game as well. Very nice to see. We go up 7-0 against the Nevada Wolfpack. First down for Nevada. And completely just hit a TFL on them. Kalen Moore, the senior. And this is going to be Femi Oladejo and Carson Schwesinger's last game as well. I think Kane Madrano too. He's a senior or junior. And there we go. Pick 6. There we go. Joshua Swift getting a pick 6 in the last game of the season. And there you go. Just dominating this bowl game. That's probably going to be his last ever pick too, as he's a senior. And we go up 14-0. Joshua Swift on that pick 6. And look at the bear. Looks like he's riding a surfboard, a board, some sort. I don't even know. 2nd and 1. And there's a first down for the Wolfpack. Like I said, scrappy team, but not too much talent on this team. There you go. Only 3 yards. Alright. Ooh, almost picked off again. Alright, some time has gone by. And just going back and forth. Nothing really has happened. But Nevada's moving the ball down the field pretty decently. Sometimes I'll cut in between if there's not too much going on. It seems they're starting to move it down. There we go. We'll push it again. And try and make a stop there. Brendan Lewis is their quarterback. Never heard of him. The jerseys remind me of the Cowboys jerseys. I don't know why. Just from like an outside view, they kind of look like them. And 2nd and 7. Jeff Bucky chasing him down. Of course, we have more passing yards and rushing yards than them, I believe. 3rd and 7. Does he have it in him? And he does, but his receiver couldn't catch it. They'll try and kick a field goal here. I don't know about that. It's from 40 yards out. Let's see if he's got it in him. And the kicker just barely hits it in. And there we go. Take the ball back. And it will be 14-3. Alright, and it's our ball again. TJ Harden, yeah. Make a man miss. 5 for 57. He's averaging 11 per rush. There's Matavao. I've been trying to do the trucks a lot recently. Even hit him with the stiff arm. I'm so excited for the future of this team. This is only year 1 already. We're showing a lot of ability to kind of persevere and just like continue to play on. Despite all the crazy shit that has happened throughout the season, we are still moving on, continuing to play every single down. I don't know, just really like this team built around It's Gonna Suck We got to get used to a new team next year, but it'll probably have more potential than this team. In fact, I think it'll definitely have more potential than this team, which is crazy because they've done so good this season. But I guess it's only up from here, you know? And first and goal. Let's see who I want to hit here. Just going to see if he could possibly break a tackle or something there. Try a little wide cross flood. Gunning for Rico Flores here. Instead, I'm just going to run it, and we'll take it. Garbers. He's been wheels this entire final year, and he gets in for another rushing touchdown to make the score 21-3. UCLA dominating in their final game. All right, the Wolfpack moving down the field. Probably trying to get another field goal before the half. I don't know if that'll do much for them, though. Still, I guess I gotta watch out. Could have some plays. Nope. Unless we get a sack on them. Cool. Third and 6, but the time is running as well. God, I always try and get them as a defensive end, and I totally slip right past them. We'll just have to punt this ball away. I'm probably going to just head into the second half, guys, so I will see you all then. Alright, we're just continuing to move the ball down the field into the second half at this point. I'm just going to toss that away. Nothing crazy happening. Like I said, at this point, we're up by a decent margin. Nevada just can't really do much against. Oh, okay, TJ Harden is a bulldozer, apparently. Has to run over 15 players. Take it, 11 for 85 rush today. That's pretty damn good. Is that Rico Flores again? Man, he is so promising. I cannot wait to see him in his second season. Or, I think he's a sophomore now, so whatever season that we see him in, I can't wait. There's Loya again, trying to get in for that touchdown. The team, like, we have a lot of great senior players, but then at the same time, a lot of these younger, like, freshly recruited players are going to be really fun to watch as well. Like, the team has good potential for the future. Take that. Another touchdown, by the way. TJ Harden. And get to go up 28-3 at this point. Hopefully we're not the Atlanta Falcons. We won't blow this lead. I think we'll be good, though. There we go. Right, first and 10. Now Nevada back on the field. I'll show you guys a little bit more. Like I said, not much going on. We'll probably more be delving into some stuff after this game. I really want to see what our recruiting class is looking like. We've got a couple players recruited, but I want to see who else ends up committing to UCLA. So we'll check that out as well after this game concludes. Boom, sacked. It's like that all day. Carson Swessinger on the sack in his last game as a UCLA Bruin. Love to see that. Makes it 3rd and 8. Probably just going to continue to go up against Nevada unless they have a big play like that. There you go. All right. 1st and 10. All right, and Nevada can continue. You know, they got that first down, that big play there, but they just can't get anything else going here. Our defense is just too good for their offense to handle. There's almost a pick there. 4th and 11. They're just going to punt the ball away at this point. Why the hell does their punter look like he's like 40 years old? Is this dude not in college? I don't know. He had like a long white beard, I want to say. 3rd and 6. I'm hoping we can get something going here. Nope. Nothing. Punt the ball away as we enter the 4th quarter in the LA Bowl. Hosted by Gronk. Wow. Isn't that something? Nope. get a little punt away, and there we go. Takes it to the 43. And Nevada will hop back on offense. Let's see what John Vaughn's got in his final game, I believe. I think he's a senior. Oh, there you go. All right. Number 20, Kane Medrano. Second sack today. Putting on an absolute show. In Los Angeles as well. There we go. Down he goes. 18-yard gain, though. Good play. Look at Matthew Killam, the kicker, or the punter. I think he's the kicker. Looks old as shit. Bro's still in college at this point. Oh, you gotta go for it at that point. Alright. 4th and 2. No, nothing. Oh, alright, bro is still going. And UCLA gets the ball back. We'll take it. Look at Kane Medrano. Ooh, what a game for him. Like I said, not too much more to tell about this game. It's kind of just been me hitting some run plays here and there. TJ Harden continuing to 16 for 97. 22 is his longest rush. Looking very nice. Nope, nothing there. Thought I'd have a decent gain. Alright, 3rd and 7. That's not where I wanted that ball to go, but okay. Pump this one away. Anything left from the Wolfpack here? And nope. They just get sacked. Alright. That's all. That's all, folks. Pretty much. Alright. About the only thing that happened was we were able to... Okay. I picked that ball off. I'll take it. About the only thing that happened was we were able to get a field goal on the field. Outside of that, it's a whole bunch of rushing plays. Devin Kirkwood in his senior game as well, getting a pick. Love to see it. All the seniors popping off today. There's TJ Harden. And what will effectively be our last rush of our first season. Our last play of our first season of UCLA Dynasty. 31-3. We win the LA Bowl against the Nevada Wolfpack. We'll take that all day. And like I said, expected this to be an easy win, and luckily it was. As we say goodbye to a whole lot of players, ending the season 10-4. Something I really like to see. Ethan Garber's final game of the season did pretty good. Gonna miss him as our quarterback. He definitely played pretty decent for us. TJ Harden will be a senior next year unless he declares now. And he had one of his best games of the whole season, 117 and a touchdown. And Garber's in a rushing game too, 33 and a touchdown. Logan Loya, can't forget about him. 7 for 55 and a touchdown in his senior game. Maliki 6 for 60, 2 for 56. Rico Flores is going to be an awesome junior to watch next year. And then Ruben Nije led up a sack, classic. He's a senior, get him the fuck out of here. Alani Makahele led up a sack too. A couple of these guys are seniors, so we'll move on to a new offensive line class next season. Kane Medrano gonna miss this guy, a very underrated defensive player for us. 5 TFLs, 3 sacks in his final game as a UCLA Bruin. And gets Carson Schlesinger, second and a half, 3 TFLs in his very last game because he's likely gonna declare. I mean, he's a junior, so he could stay, but I'm guessing he's gonna declare. Oluwafemi gets a sack as well. Everybody was getting involved in sacks. John Vaughn's, all of the seniors. A couple of juniors too. A pick for Devin Kirkwood and a pick for Joshua Swift. And that's going to be all from me for the first season of UCLA Dynasty, guys. Hope you all enjoyed it. And the video's not over yet, but it's just the end of our first season. Now we'll check out the recruiting class and a couple of other things and see who wins the college football playoffs as well. Yeah, we did it. We won the LA Bowl. We've won our first bowl game of the series. Love to see that. And then we've already checked out all of this stuff, so let's head on to next week. It's bowl season, of course. Lots of bowl games being played. For this, it doesn't really matter. But it looks like our first season ended with a 23rd overall ranked team 10-4, 7-2 in the conference, second in the Big Ten, and 85 overall team. So that's exciting to see. Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year is Kane Medrano. 5 TFLs, 8 total tackles. He also had a bunch of sacks in there. Guessing he won that. Okay. Big Ten Defensive Player of the Week. What did I think the year? In the LA Bowl. Good for Kane Medrano. He had those 3 sacks. There you go. National Defensive Player of the Week as well. All right, we can look and check out some of the top stories. Alabama beats Missouri. The college football bracket looks very interesting. All right, we got Boise State winning over Graham Mertz in Florida. I think his name was it Maddox Madsen or something. Boise State's quarterback. They win over Graham Mertz in Florida. Boston, this is Castellanos, the Boston College quarterback, loses, and we get an Oregon-Ohio State rematch in comparison to real life as they played. Ole Miss, Miami, Jackson Dart versus Cam Ward, 2 top quarterback prospects in the draft. Cam Ward solidifies himself further in the draft by winning against Ole Miss and heading to play Utah. Then we have Alabama and Missouri. Alabama takes the dub. Jalen Milroe beats out Brady Cook and Luther Burden. And they head on to play Carson Beck in Georgia before Carson Beck's transfer. In the game, he's probably just going to end up getting drafted. We have our bye week. Check out the coaching carousel. There's some job offers and stuff. We're not going to do anything. But defensive coordinator for the Florida Gators, head coaching position for Florida State, head coaching for Louisville, and head coach for Maryland. Very nice. Very interesting. There we go. Not much else to do. Some staff moves going on. We'll just honestly head on to the next week. Let's see if we get any commits. Let's see. Marcus Joseph reaches top schools. Max McGow, Jimmy Paredes, and Cam Potts. All right. Yep, Cameron Potts. Once again, another bye week. And let's check out how the college football playoff bracket's going. It looks like Oregon beats Ohio State in this. And then Clemson and Cade Klubnik win against Boise State. And Ashton Jeanty ends up losing. I think he lost in the quarterfinals as well to Penn State. Instead, Penn State not in this college football bracket. But then down here, Miami beats Utah. And Georgia beats Alabama. So then we have some really good Final Four matchups. Clemson, Oregon, Miami, and Georgia. And let's just go see who wins the national championship as well. And the national championship, Cade Klubnik and the Clemson Tigers fall to the Oregon Ducks as Dylan Gabriel heads to take on the Georgia Bulldogs' Carson Beck. Going to be very fun. This is very different to what we actually got, which was Notre Dame, Ohio State. Pro potential goes down. Coach stability goes down. Let's see. Georgia ends up winning another college football championship with Carson Beck at quarterback. Kirby Smart gets himself another win, another ring, and Dylan Gabriel and the Oregon Ducks fall short. All right. And once again, we will move on to the end of season recap. Not too much going on at this point, but it should be fun to see this. Lorenzo Miles, lose out on him. Not much changing. I think our ranking dropped down to 24. That's fine. We're still in the top 25. So let's see. Transfer. That's fine. Titus Mokiao, Adamala transferring. The freshman, Ty Lee, red shirt. That's fine. Can leave. And then we're losing Ethan Garbers. He's going to graduate. Hudson Habermill graduating. Holsaji, Ruben Nije, KJ Wallace. All these guys graduating. We got players getting drafted. Olufemi's just getting graduation. Right? It says if they're getting... Yeah, it says if they're getting drafted. So I guess none of our players are getting drafted. Or we'll have to see. We'll see who gets drafted. And we don't get any players drafted. That's alright. No Carson Swessinger or Femi Oladejo, Jay Toya. They all get drafted in real life. But apparently not in the Dynasty. So that's alright. And it's time for some transfer portal / offseason scouting. Trying to grab up some of these players while we can. Robert Reese, David Mayer, 2 of the top ones, Dante Sharp. Lost out on Terrell Mooney, that sucks. Pro potential, yeah. Ah, that's a shame. On Pro Show. Just gonna invest a lot into a couple of these guys. Grab Trey Uche up. Max McGow. Donnie Shaw. 50. Schedule a visit on the bye week. Not too much going on here. Just kind of going through some of these guys. Alright, so I grabbed up some players from the transfer portal, including Jordan Pollard, Isaiah Chisholm, Elijah Jackson, 4-star, Zillian Hamilton, and even Zachariah Branch was very interested in coming to UCLA. He would be an absolute phenomenal catch. Former USC guy. Obviously, in real life, UCLA gets Nico Amaliva, Amaliva. And I really wish I could do that in this dynasty. I wish we could get a player of his caliber. Obviously, he's a bit of a diva, as you've seen. Like, you can kind of count it as that. He some issues over contract disputes and stuff like that. But I would totally love to have him on the team no matter what. But it's just gonna be impossible to be able to get him up in here. So, like I said, it'd be really cool. But we'll focus more on the young talent that we have and possibly trying to recruit some of these guys like Emmett Brown, the 4-star quarterback, and there, Armani Arnold. A couple of interesting guys from the transfer portal. We'll see what we can do with them. Man, it is rough out here, guys. David Mayer, who we had locked for so long, commits to Arizona State. I really wanted him. He would have been our first 5-star. Really rough. He commits to ASU. But we're still in the top running for a couple of these guys like Jake McCabe, Armani Arnold, we're even 3rd ranked, Dimitri Cook, Ben Cooper, Jamal Siegel, Donnie Shaw. Not exactly what I would have hoped for, but kind of got to roll with the punches. Continue to look into some of this off-season scouting with the hours that we have available. And boom, we get some commits. Trey Uche from Rancho Santo Margarita, California. We've been scouting him for a little bit. The outside linebacker, we get him, and he commits to our school. Prochet in our top 3. Paredes, top 2. Cortez Bunch 2. Lose out on Zachariah Branch. That's all right. Emmett Brown, we have quarterbacks in the room. Braden Odom. First for Alex Angulo. Josh McKee. Jordan Pollard first. Nice. Isaiah Chisholm. Good. We need linebackers in the room. And then Nate Johnson, I'll probably try and target him. I like him a lot. Langston Hardy. And then we lose out on Max McGow, which sucks. We were targeting him for a little bit. USC and fucking Stanford. They love taking our players. Alright, we'll take that. And continue to recruit. Just continue to run a lot of my points into these players. Taj Arnett, so Paredes, I don't know if we'll be able to get him. We have a visit scheduled and everything. We could on a hard sell. Oh yeah. Remove this. And then we could hit him with a hard sell. Just to try and get him. Or we could sway him. Let's say. The proximity to home is the only thing I will worry about. No. There. I'm gonna try and sway him. We'll see what we can do. And then I'll add back that. As we head on to some of the other players. Jamal Siegel, continue to invest in him, make sure we try and get him. I've already sent the house for Cortez Bunch. Ben Cooper. Dimitri Cook, really would like him as the punter. We're getting decently into him. Jared Hunton, same for him. Angulo. Jake McCabe. Just gotta kind of look at how many points are invested into some of these players. And then see in comparison if we want to go up, lower some. Chisholm, both those guys look good. Elijah Jackson. Could add more. It's okay. We lost out on Branch and Emmett Brown. Alright, I'll come back and let you guys know when some updates have happened. Alright, it's time to look at some of the recruits. I believe this is the final week. Taj Arnett, TT. Been targeting him for a while. We get him. Dimitri Cook, the punter. Really wanted him as well to get a nice punter on the squad. Jordan Pollard, the middle linebacker transfer. We get him as well. Jared Hutton, the tight end. Get him. Tyler McMahon, 2-star tackle. Like him. We get him as well. And the rest, I think we're out on. Jordan Shaw, don't get him. Juan Proche, that sucks. Man, we were really gunning for some 4-stars and 5-stars and just couldn't get any of them. Donnie Shaw commits it was a throw, like, it was up in the air whether he was going to go to us or Arkansas. I would have liked him. But we'll take who we got. Jared Hutton's pretty nice as well. Paredes goes to Arkansas. Armani Arnold, Arizona. Hunter Harris, Raheem Wright. Alright. I don't mind that. Not at all. It's National Signing Day. Got a whole lot of nice players on the squad. Robert Reese. He's going to be very fun. Receiving back. Playing some running back for us. Jerry Bayer. Proche, we'll throw it there. Donnie Shaw. Take a couple of these guys off. Cortez Bunch. It's to San Diego State. But look at all the guys we did get. Robert Reese, like I said, 4-star. 4-star Dante Sharp. Jerry Bayer. Greg Thorne. Uche. Taj Arnett. Siegel as well. Ben Cooper. Dimitri Cook. Jared Hutton. Alex Angulo. Got him as well. McCabe. Lost out on McKee, that's okay. Jordan Pollard, transfer. Isaiah Chisholm, I believe he's a transfer freshman. Armani Arnold. I'm trying to get a couple. Lost out on Nate Johnson, that's okay. Hunter Harris. A couple of these guys down here that I wasn't really too worried about. Barfield, Mason White, and Prophet Brown. I was trying to get Prophet Brown, but that's okay. We'll take it. A bit of a small recruiting class, but I'm going to try and get better. Do a little bit better next time. But we'll take that. We got some decent players at positions of need. And we can check out some position changes. And Schlesinger, that's why he didn't. Okay, cool. Carson Schlesinger's still on the team. So is J. Michael Sturdivant, TJ Harden. A couple of these guys. We'll go through. Here's the roster. Justin Martin is going to be a new starting quarterback. And we're definitely going to cut a couple of these guys. He's a junior at this point. Marcus Davis. Jerry Bayer down here as a freshman. Henry Hasselbeck. Okay. And we got TJ Harden over here. Carlson, sophomore. TJ Harden's still going to be popping off. And I don't think I'm going to change anybody's position. Let's see, though. Where did the receiving back guy go? Is he running fullback? Or I don't even know where he went. Marcus Davis. It's going to be fun. Okay. J. Michael Sturdivant's still here, though. He's going to be receiver 1. We got Flores behind him. Xavier Stables in there. Braden Pagan. Ben Cooper in there as well is nice. Jack Peterson, our new starting tight end. As Maliki's gone. Mark Schroller. Okay. Got some young offensive linemen here. Besides the senior. Let's see what they can do. And then, is that what's his name? Yep. Dante Sharp starts out as a 73 overall. Pretty nice. Sam Yoon. Caleb Walker. Kira DeGiorgio. Just going over some of these players so you guys can make sure you familiarize yourself with them. In addition to me just familiarizing myself. Grant Bucky. Jake Busick. Devin Allen. Gonna miss some of our players who were on defense last year who graduated. Taj Arnett, nice TT. And I don't think I'm gonna position change anybody. Jalen Woods. We could move one of these guys over. We have a lot of middle linebackers. Yeah, move one of the middle linebackers. Make him a right. All right. This isn't important though. I'll get back to you guys when it's something actually good. All right, now this is what I've been waiting for. The training results. Let's see how much everybody moved up in overall. Let's go through each position first. Holy shit. Justin Martin is now in 88 overall. As a junior, he will be our starting quarterback. Luke Duncan moved up a lot too. I actually did expect DeMarcus Davis to move up a bit after that, but he didn't. So, looks like we'll have a QB competition between Luke Duncan and Justin Martin. Justin Martin's going to start the season off as the starter most definitely, though. and then a couple of these other guys might get cut. I don't know. We'll have 3 quarterbacks on roster for sure, maybe 4. But Justin Martin, looks really good. He's going to be the starting quarterback going forward. And then TJ Harden, nice, 88 overall. Lee Burr. Right, yeah, Isaiah Carlson there. Leo Kemp. And then look at J. Michael Sturdivant, 86. Rico Flores right up there. Like I said, he gained a whole lot. He's a junior now. He's 86 overall. Xavier Staples looking nice too. All right, tight end Peterson, almost 80 overall. Take that. Jensen Somerville. He's a young player, but he's already looking really good. I know he got redshirted, but still. And our offensive line looks pretty nice. Sam Yoon, young guy, looking good. Lonnie Makahele, a senior now, but looks good, like 85, 83 overall. DeGiorgio now senior, 82 overall. Busick moved up a bit. Bucky moved up a bit. Our defense is looking a lot better than it did just a second ago with all of these upgrades. Jalen Woods, our linebacker, Larry Edwards. Schlesinger, highest overall on the whole team, 90. He's going to go high in the draft next year. I guess that's why he stays for another year, and then we'll go pretty high in the draft. And we'll check out. And I guess we don't have anybody outside. Right outside linebacker? I don't know how it works. But Jalen Davies goes up. Marshall, Clark. RJ Jones up. Clint Stevens. Team Pagani, man, he fucking sucks. I need to get him off the team. And then Chase Berry. Alright, we're going to have to change some of the players around. But look at all those upgrades, especially Rico Flores. And then Carson Schlesinger as well. And Justin Martin, yeah. He looks really nice as well. He's going to be a good starting quarterback for us. And then, alright. I don't even know where to stop this video. I guess we've gone far enough. Alright. So we got our 2025-2026 recruiting class. We played our last game of the season, our bowl game, watched all of our players graduate. That's going to be the end of the video for me for now, guys. In the next video, we will finish up the offseason, and we will start with our first game of the second year of UCLA Dynasty. Hope you're all very excited for that. I know I am. And then we'll upgrade some more coaching skills, and we will set the entire roster for next season and what we want it to look like. But for now, like I said, we got our recruiting class finished up, and you know, let our seniors go and get go to their graduation. We still have Carson Schlesinger though, and next season is looking very promising. So that's gonna be all from me for today. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace out.